Hello investors and welcome to Battle of the Computer Software Companies. We looked at 25 companies, only 4 made our list. Come on, let's go swimming with the sharks and find out who it is. Please don't forget to hit that like and subscribe. Hit the bell so you don't miss a single episode. And tell your friends all about us so they can join in the conversation. We are diving right in with ANSYS, ticker ANSS. They do not pay a dividend. This is valid as of 10th of May and their price was $195.80. They are qualified as a cash flow 1. So that means they had 17 years of increasing cash flow per share, with the exception of this year here going from 18 to 19 where they took a hit. They are not qualified for earnings per share, and of course they're not qualified for dividends per share because they don't pay a dividend. Here's what that looks like on the long-term trend. Not a bad slope. Did real well here, took a hit, they're recovering. And here's what it looks like on the year-to-year change. Next up, Intuit. Intuit, INTU, they're paying 0.7% on $251.06. Now they didn't start paying dividends until about halfway through the period, so the 17-year period that we look at, so they're not qualified for dividends. But look at this, they are qualified as a cash flow 1 and an earnings per share 1. 17 years increasing cash flow per share and earnings per share, with the exception of right here in 15. Now here's what that looks like on the long-term trend. And here is what this looks like on the year-to-year. Probably no surprise that Microsoft is on the list, MSFT. Their yield is 1.4%, and they've been paying that for at least the last 17 years, and that's valid on a price of $130.60. Now my spreadsheet got a little bit screwed up here, but they are definitely qualified as a cash flow 1. They're not qualified for earnings, but they are a Div 1, increasing dividends of 17 years, with the exception of 1 flat year here in the 09 to 10 time frame. All right, here's what that looks like on the long-term trend. And here's the year-to-year changes. Red Hat, RHT, they also do not pay a dividend. Their valid price is $182.53. They are qualified for cash flow 1, 17 years of increasing cash flow per share, with the exception of this 05 to 06. They are qualified as an earnings 1 again. They took the hit in 06, and we see they are not paying any dividends. Here's their long-term trend. Not too bad out here. And here is the year-to-year change. All right, let's see what these folks look like stacked up with each other. How about it? So, on the cash flow per share, we're looking at Intuit started to outperform everybody else out here in around 2015. They were outperforming for the most part anyway. They took a hit and then they got back to it. They're followed pretty closely by ANSYS and Microsoft. Red Hat is down there in the 4th position. In earnings per share, we can see that Intuit is again outperforming. ANSYS in 2nd place, Microsoft in 3rd, and Red Hat again in 4th. And then in the dividends per share, well, there's only 2 of them paying dividend right now, and that's Microsoft and Intuit. And for a while, Microsoft was paying more than Intuit, but Intuit recently started paying more than Microsoft. If you're looking for income out of either one of these, you're going to have to go with either Intuit or Microsoft. But if you're investing for other types of portfolios, then either ANSYS or Red Hat is something to consider. All right, well, I tell you, I'm having a hard time putting any of these in a dividend play, but an income play, excuse me. But if you combine the results, it looks like Intuit or Microsoft is a pretty good investment just from this information. What else do you know about these companies that we ought to be paying attention to? Please leave your comments down below, and let's see if we can help each other out make some good decisions here. Y'all have a great week. Make sure you tell your friends about us, and I'll look forward to talking to you next week.